All right, welcome back to another episode of the Ticket Studs. Today is the 2010 movie draft. We have Arvin, Littell, Salemi, and myself, Kashner. The order, we have me, Kashner, Littell at 2, Salemi at 3rd, Arvin on the turn at 4. Woo-hoo. We've been planning and preparing and strategizing for this draft for like 4 years now, so finally ready to do 2010.
I just looked at it this morning.
Still won't be prepared.
I just started looking at it.
He's just looking at it now, man.
I made this list 1 whole president ago.
Can we wait like 5 minutes just so I can kind of figure this out?
That hurts when you say something like that.
I know, right?
Dang.
It also can be a measurement of time.
How old was everybody
Which
in
has
2010?
slowed down lately, unfortunately. What's that?
How old was
day.
everybody in 2010?
How old was everybody in
How old was
2010?
everybody?
I
I
was
hate you.
2?
15 years younger than I am now.
Yep.
Which
Same.
was?
2010.
Oh, man.
I got to do some math. We just talked about when the last time math was done.
This time in 2010,
Well,
I was
39.
30 years
39.
old.
I was 39.
Yeah.
30.
I was 13.
13. Still hadn't even kissed a girl.
No, I definitely had.
Oh, please.
With permission?
Consent matters.
Also, if it was a family relation, that does not count. No, it doesn't.
I love how you just started arguing for yes, it does.
Absolutely
We were
counts.
in Kentucky, and therefore it was fine.
He was waiting for it.
Yeah. You're the reason why the phrase kissing cousins exists? Yeah?
There's a phrase for that?
What happens?
No,
in
we just
call that Tuesday at my
Gross.
Hey, with the number
What?
one pick,
Your
Littell will
family.
be taking
Sweet
Step
Home,
Brothers.
Alabama.
Ooh.
Nice.
All right. What are you taking first?
Number 1 overall, I'm going to go with my Oscar pick, and I'm going to take The Social Network.
Oh, wow.
Never saw it.
Yeah, what is the social
Did you really
network?
never see it?
No, I've seen it.
Okay.
I was going to say it's
I was like,
really
that's
good.
amazing.
Yeah, no. I apologize.
Okay.
I have.
Fake news.
Yeah, what do you like about the social network, Kashner?
Andrew Garfield.
Everything about it. Andrew Garfield's really good. Rashida Jones is in it, and I love Rashida Jones.
She's great.
It's a
Justin
classic
Timberlake's
Fincher.
in there.
Timberlake. Everybody plays their role really, really well. I don't know how much the accuracy is. It's he said, she said. The Winklevoss twins. Armie Hammer. Impressive to just duplicate somebody instead of hiring twins. Guess it's cheaper to do that.
Yeah.
No, it's just got that gloomy atmosphere.
Oh, yeah.
Trent,
And Trent and Atticus on the...
on the score.
Oh, the
score's
soundtrack.
so
Yeah,
good.
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah. I didn't. It's one of those. It's weird. I watched it when it came out, and it felt like an obligation. I was like, well, it's a Facebook movie. It's a big deal. I'm going to go see it. And I remember not loving it, and then I watched it a couple years later, and I was like, oh, this is really, really good.
Yeah.
And now I've watched it several times since then. So
It's a very niche vibe. Like, there's not a lot of movies with that vibe, I would say.
yeah, snappy dialogue
Yeah.
plus the mood, and then there's like some surprises.
Storytelling.
Yeah.
The way they going back. Now, I like the lawyer setting, so
Yeah.
you're hearing the story from the deposition. Yeah, I like that idea.
And what I like about it too, because I can find Aaron Sorkin's script to be distracting when they talk so fast between each other. But it's just him talking fast. Jesse Eisenberg is Mark Zuckerberg. Him talking fast felt like a character choice. It didn't feel like this is a Sorkin script, and they're just talking super fast. Loved it.
That's one of those roles where I just don't think I can picture really anybody else doing as well as Jesse Eisenberg. Like, he's just, like, he's been able to, like, break out from that role, but, like,
He owned it.
he did. He
I liked him as
absolutely
Lex
owned that.
Luthor. I'm in the minority in that. I know that, but
that's
I
a
liked him as
horrible
Lex
thing.
Luthor. Sorry, I did.
So weird.
So
I
does
just think
anyone-
he didn't have a lot to do as Lex Luthor was the problem there. But
Yeah, I think
that's
he
a
could have
whole
done
other
even more.
conversation as we talk about the Justice League from the social network.
That's your fault now.
What a lateral move.
That was
Just
Fleming.
throwing out Jesse
We always
Eisenberg.
end
I
up
like
talking
him.
about other years, and I'm going to bring up a 2016 movie now.
Can I music nerd out for a second?
Please do.
So, have any of you listened to The Downward Spiral by Nine Inch Nails? That album?
That's a band.
No.
Oh, okay.
I made it all
Is that
up.
the name of the album? 9 Inch Nails.
Yep.
Okay.
What are you using?
Shut
9 Inch
up,
Nail.
Big lip.
The only
what
Nine Inch
about-
Nails I
what-
know is the song from Seven, Animal or whatever.
Really? That's the only
Close,
one you
Closer
know?
is the name of that song.
Closer, yeah, whatever it is. Closer,
Their original, their
closer to God.
first album is really, really, really good. Trent Reznor's, yeah.
I love his soundtracks. Him and Atticus.
I did not
Yes.
realize that he did the soundtrack. Sorry.
Yes, him and Atticus, who are both part of Nine Inch Nails.
Yep.
Okay, I would not have known that. Sorry.
Yeah, they taught you. But anyway,
Yeah,
tell.
Downward
There's a-
Spiral.
But there's a motif on that album, like a musical motif that shows up in this movie to also represent the downward spiral of Mark Zuckerberg.
Cool. I didn't know that.
There you
Yeah.
go.
You're not making that up.
No,
Okay.
swear to God.
Hey, before we move on, does anyone actually know how accurate the movie is to the real life story of all this? Has anyone
Only-
read like some sort of biography?
I think
they
it
know.
hits all the broad strokes well. All of
Yeah.
the intricacies of the inner workings of the relationship with Sean Parker and who knows. You know.
Okay.
It feels like if it didn't, there'd be a big lawsuit about it
Fair.
based
Yeah.
on all the people that are involved.
Well,
Like,
I want to say that almost everybody that is portrayed in the movie is like, yeah, nah, I'm not really going to talk on that. I'm not going to speak on that. And
Right.
probably because of ramifications of,
that would be my guess. Yeah.
yeah. Littell, number 2, you're up
Toy Story 3.
for what category?
Blockbuster.
All right. Nobody's surprised by that. We talked about Toy Story a lot on this pod.
Yeah, because it's so good, dude. It's
really
so
good.
good. They don't miss. Did you end up watching the fourth one? Or you
No, I
not
still
done
haven't
that?
watched the fourth one.
Don't worry, it's on our list.
I would say he's saving it for our spring break.
Yeah, I thought we were doing
Yeah.
that together. To be honest with you.
We are.
Okay.
But anyway, about Toy Story 3, I think you could argue best villain
Oh, for
in
sure.
Lots of the Bear.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
In the series
Ooh.
or in all of Disney?
And ooh,
I
that's a
mean,
good question.
I think
I
he
think
ranks
All of
high.
Destiny.
He ranks high in all of Disney. I don't know that he's number 1.
He's not Scar.
I know. I'm about to say he's not
Scar's
Scar.
really good. Ursula's really good too.
Ursula is really good. Yeah,
But definitely in the Toy Story series, I would agree.
for sure.
Yeah. Yeah, just good movie.
I like Zurg. 'cause of the
Tearjerker.
Darth Vader analogy, but whatever.
Yeah. When everyone thought this would be
That's
the
very
last
funny.
movie, I think it was a perfect ending.
Oh man, yeah. The ending of that movie is just unsettling.
Yeah, it's gut wrenching.
Like, because it makes you think like there's going to be some terrible things happening, and then it takes longer than you think it's going to take.
Yeah,
to
they
pull
dwell
back
on
from
that. death.
I wonder
And-
how long they tested the length of time.
Yeah.
Like, was the original shot shorter? Was it originally
bet it
longer?
was.
And they're like, no. We're going to find the perfect amount of time to really just rip everybody's heart out.
Oh yeah, because
And
I
they
mean,
found
there's a solid minute where I was just like,
They're really gonna do
not
it.
breathing the right way. Like,
Yeah,
just like
yeah.
So then, do you think the movie's made for adults or children? Like the
for
the,
sure.
the
I think it's
adults who grew up on the first
made
two
for
and-
both. Really,
The
Like,
ending is made for everybody that's been on the Toy Story journey the entire
Yeah.
time, but there's plenty of stuff throughout it that's for the new generation.
Oh yeah. All the stuff
Yeah.
with Ken and
but
the
one of the
monkey.
big themes
Yeah,
is
that's
growing
the new
up,
stuff.
right? Like,
Right,
the
yeah.
idea of like, outgrowing your toys and going on, getting into the next stage of life, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And yeah, I think they did a great job of that too. I mean,
Right,
it's-
moving on from Andy. Like no one thought they would
Oh,
move on
right?
from Andy.
Yeah.
Like, he's such a staple of
his
Woody.
name's on all their feet.
Yeah.
I'm going to cut this from the pod, but because you don't live online except for Black Twitter, there's
Right.
a famous meme that went around where it showed all the Toy Story toys, and it's like these toys have for sure seen Andy off by now, right? And it's them going.
A lot. Jesus.
That's funny. Why do you got to cut that out? That's a great line. Just blurb it.
I'll keep it.
That's
Oh,
You might want to cut that
I
out.
know you should
Why did you do
You should
that?
cut that out. That kind of ruined the flow. Right
It's
there.
worse.
All right,
That's
how could
funny.
you?
That's funny.
Dear Lord.
Salemi, you're up. 3.
So I'm going to take comedy, and it's because I have planned for this. I am prepared.
Oh, boy.
And there aren't enough comedies for me to let this slide by. And I do think this is a great movie, extremely funny, and well done, and a great metaphor, a modern day metaphor. Anyone know? What am I taking?
Hot Tub Time Machine.
Absolutely no.
Easy A.
Easy A is what I am taking
It's
with my
great.
first
Good
pick
movie.
with
That is
comedy.
excellent. I
Yep.
hate this round.
God, it is so funny. Like so many different concepts they put in that movie. It's just great. I love it. The fact that
What's her name is so funny.
Emma Stone.
Yeah, Emma Stone.
She's so good in that movie.
Yeah, and
That's another one where I don't know that any other actress could really pull that off the way that she
Yeah.
does. Like her timing is excellent.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, she just does a fantastic job in that role.
she can play the plain Jane type, and then also as she sluttied it up as the movie went along.
We're probably gonna have to cut that part out.
Slutted.
The way she dressed, like
Yes.
she was owning the fact
She
that
dressed
she
much more
lost her
provocatively.
virginity or
at
whatever.
some
right,
point.
more
Yeah.
provocatively.
Yes.
I'm sorry.
Nah,
My-
she slutted it up.
Towing it down.
That's how you say it.
I was at a loss for words. I apologize.
Who's man?
got your back.
Vines?
Yeah. And it's got her
Oh.
dad is what's the actor?
Stanley Tucci.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Stanley Tucci.
yeah.
He does a great job.
He's great too. Yeah.
And
Oh my
the
god.
mom, Patricia Clarkson.
Is it Patricia Clarkson?
I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
I think that's right. Yeah. I think
I
so.
should have been more prepared. I apologize.
Sure, it's not Patton Oswalt.
But it's definitely not. But I love that guy.
As the mom.
He can
really
do anything.
But you see,
great.
Don't underestimate him.
I like the original premise. Like the guy is he wants everyone to know he lost his virginity, and hey, I'll pay you just to say that we did it. It's hilarious. The whole movie's funny.
It's a good one. Arvin,
Yeah.
you got two.
Sir. All right. I'm going to go with my Oscar pick first, and it is True Grit. Which was my actual #1 movie the entire time. Thank you all for not taking it.
So
It's
good.
great.
Good,
Oh,
good remake.
It is so good.
I gambled and I regret it.
Oh my gosh.
It's easily the best Western remake I've ever seen.
Easily. Yeah, I think so. Yeah. I mean,
Well,
remakes. Yeah, I can't even literally think of another.
I was going to say, there's not a whole lot of Western remakes they do anyway, but actually
Magnificent
they do.
Seven.
So
I mean,
that's-
there's a
yeah,
lot of
really
them,
good.
but it's like
You,
it's a whole thing.
310 to Yuma.
Yeah, I take
Yeah.
that back. There are really a lot, and they're bad.
I did like
True Grit's amazing.
I like
That Yuma was
310 to
really
Yuma.
good.
I
The
do too,
Christian
but it's
Bale one.
not.
Yeah.
But it's not on the level of True
No,
Grit.
no.
No.
I would say the Magnificent Seven is a lot. Is far
bad.
less. Is far inferior to the original. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
But True Grit
Dude, but
is
the
amazing.
girl in this movie is crazy good. The child.
Oh my
what's her-
gosh,
what's
she's
her name?
fantastic.
Mrs. Josh Allen.
Yeah, that's Mrs.
Haley
Josh
Sta-
Allen.
Haley
Haley
Steinfeld.
Stanfield. Yeah. She's great. I mean, and as young as she is too. Like, oh my god. Like, did she win? Did she win an award for this?
No,
I feel
she
like
was.
she got close.
She was
she was
nominated.
nominated.
I can't remember who won. This was 2010.
Man, yeah, but she was so good. I
Probably,
mean, like as
what's
a
her
child actor, like
In the
so
original
poised and just excellent.
and in the remake, the best scenes are is when she is bartering with the guy over the horses in the saddle and getting paid and repaying her father. That poor man is so befuddled by this girl, and she keeps threatening him with lawyer Daggett. And oh god,
Yeah.
it is really good. I was shocked at how good I had low expectations because I grew up with the John Wayne one, and it's so good.
Yeah,
I thought, why are you doing this? And
it's tough, right? But
Right.
then, like,
Oh,
you
they
see
nail
this,
it.
and it's
It's-
like, oh my god.
yeah,
They
it's better
every part of
in
it. I
some
think-
ways,
I think so too.
which is hard for me to say, but I do think it's better in some ways.
Well, it's kind of cool because I think you've had some actors that just wanted to work with the Coen brothers because Matt Damon, LaBeef is not a big role. It's an important role, but not a big one.
No,
And then
yeah.
you've got Josh Brolin, who is an excellent Tom Chaney. He's in the movie for like 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And crushes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You like genuinely hate that guy. He's really good at what he does.
Who's
Damn.
the young Irish actor? He dies in the home when they're interrogating. His dad's an actor. Dang it! Who does the movies with
Domhnall Gleeson.
Yeah, is that the son or is that the dad? Sorry,
That's the son. Brandon
Okay.
is the dad. Brendan.
okay.
Brendan.
Dom's in
Brendan
it as well, and he's in it for just a blip, but well done as well.
I think it's an excellently cast movie. I mean, just literally everything about it.
Yep.
Like, it was my favorite movie of this year. I think King's Speech won the Oscar maybe that
did.
year.
Boo,
Yeah, Best
it
Picture.
did. It
But
did.
but man, yeah, like I could not believe that True Grit did not win because it's just so amazing. Like I love it. So everything about that movie is just fantastic. So
You've seen the
that's my pick
original?
there. Yeah.
Littell?
With John Wayne, yeah.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
That's weird.
It's better.
Wild.
I prefer the remake over the original.
Yeah.
I do too. It's close. It's close.
I think the biggest
like
part
both
is
of
it's the
them, but the
girl.
one that I rewatch
Yeah.
is
Kim
that-
Darby in the original is just like kind of this.
Oh, 100%.
I say I like
it's a
the
huge
little
upgrade.
girl.
I kind of like the quietness, the ambiance a little bit of the original, but like the girl actress in this is so good. So
yeah, Stanfield is
I think
probably better than
the
her.
original.
She's good.
True Grit is like a western,
yeah, it is.
and the True Grit of 2010 is a movie set in the West.
Yeah, it's more of a drama.
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's how I would characterize that.
That's
Yeah.
a good way of putting it.
Yeah, I think it's one of those movies where it does kind of defy a genre of like it's not just a western.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Matt Damon's
way of putting
LaBeef
it.
is better than the original.
Yeah, but
Yeah, he's very good.
And then the original he's good too, but it's Matt Damon raises.
Yeah, I think that's the thing of it is I think you just get upgrades at key positions and it makes a
Sure.
bigger difference than you think it's going to.
Yeah.
So yeah, but I was like you. I didn't have hugely high hopes for it, and then I saw it, and I think I saw this at least twice in theaters because it was that good. Like I was like, oh man, you guys got to go see this, and
Yeah.
I'll go with you if you want because it's just so good.
Yes,
So,
it is.
Yeah, yeah.
Pick number 2. What do we got?
Woo! So that's tough, but I'm gonna go with for my blockbuster. I think I'm gonna go with The Other Guys. Yeah,
Man.
yeah. There we go. So, I know we've already talked a little bit about this movie.
That's all right.
But let's. Is it me and Cash that like it, and you two don't?
Yep.
Yes.
Super don't like this.
Yeah.
movie.
Oh, I super love it. So there you go.
I think it's so.
So,
mid.
I'm all right with it.
I was
I
like,
just-
sorry,
I don't-
Cash.
like
Right.
I don't
I
get
know.
the hype at
It
all.
happens. It's
Yeah.
the cards, man.
It is. It is.
Because-
and I was like, well,
I mean, how many times have you been
in?
in the one spot?
Yeah. Oh my gosh. And then it's like, well, I'll get any movie I want, and then just settle in for disappointment.
Yeah, it's like I'm gonna. My number 2 is gonna be okay.
I would have rather seen a whole
Yeah.
movie of just The Rock and Samuel L. Jackson's character.
Whatever.
They're so,
So
funny.
I agree that would be funny if you have the foil with it, but I don't think it's better than the Will Ferrell Matt.
Oh my
Mark
gosh.
Wahlberg.
I don't think their chemistry is that good.
I think that's part
so
of it.
good.
I don't think it is.
It's like
And
I think
I'm hit
it's-
or miss with Will Ferrell.
It's good in that they kind of seem like they hate each other. Like, I believe that chemistry. Like, it
Right.
doesn't seem like they're particularly like nice to one another. Like the
well,
camera
Mark
stops and you're
Wahlberg
like,
hates
whatever.
him like
Does he?
every step of the way.
Like legitimately?
No, not in
No,
real
I mean
life.
the character.
Oh
like,
no,
he does
yeah,
not
no.
mess with
I'm
him.
talking about in real life. Like
Oh.
it feels like the two of them, like their actual chemistry, just doesn't maybe line up exactly. Like I don't think they like
I
hate each
agree.
other, but I wouldn't have been too surprised to hear that either. So
If you ever watch any of the Daddy's Home press tour, they're pals.
are they? Yeah, and see that makes
It's
sense
like
too.
they needly like when they do the they have to insult each other to and the first one to laugh loses or whatever. It's so good.
yeah. Oh my gosh.
Who wouldn't be friends with Marky Mark? I find that. I mean, he's a likable dude.
He's fine.
yeah.
The
He's
Asian
got
community,
some real strong opinions.
The Asian community doesn't like Marky Mark.
I would assume not.
Yeah, he said some choice things.
I'm here for Will Ferrell.
I mean, he was jailed for a hate crime. He beat the crap out of some Vietnamese in Boston.
Jailed for a hate crime.
Yes. He
What?
did. Are you serious?
I'm
do
dead
you really not
serious.
know
What
this?
did Marky
Yeah.
Mark do? Are you
He
sure it
just
wasn't the
told
Funky
you.
Bunch? I don't think Marky Mark would have done that.
You're wrong.
He really beat up an
Yeah.
Asian guy
Not
for
just
being
one,
Asian.
It was like multiple
Yeah.
people. Wasn't it?
He took on a whole crew of Asians. What do you mean he multiple?
Was it just one dude? I thought there were several.
You were alive in the late '80s, right?
Yeah, but you do know I didn't listen to Marky Mark, right?
I'm aware. That's why you're saying it as often as you are.
Right. I went. You could have paid me that video of him without his shirt doing curls. Like, no, there was nothing about him.
Oh, his
But I
pull-ups.
do find him very humorous as an actor.
He has
as
had an interesting.
I
second
didn't. I
act.
really did not know that. That he had.
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
he was a jerk when he was younger.
jerk.
That's a light way of putting it. Yeah,
Charged
That's-
for
oh,
multiple
man.
racially motivated attacks as a teenager.
Really?
like
Yeah.
brutally beat
Yeah.
multiple minorities.
Wow.
And then he said, had he been on the plane, he would have stopped 9/11.
Okay.
Am I wrong? He said that.
No, he did say that.
In 1986,
Well.
then 15-year-old Wahlberg and 3 friends were charged for chasing 3 black children and pelting them with rocks while yelling, "Kill the N-words," until an ambulance driver intervened.
How did he end up with any sort of career in that music?
This was
Genre
pre-social media and all that.
Wow.
And I,
had
believe
no idea.
he was able to ride the coattails of Donnie. Donnie was able to
absolutely.
make it as a singer and New Kids on the Block. And then, also my brother Mark. And then,
Yeah.
Okay.
And then the Funky Bunch.
Yeah. I have once again steered us off track, and I apologize.
it's all right.
Again, I'm here for Will Ferrell.
Yeah, well, I am now too. I will never
Yep.
say anything.
I don't know that I really like Will Ferrell. Mark Wahlberg, though.
Yeah, I'm never.
I'm in.
We're gonna pretend that I did not
He's
say
in
that.
some good movies.
Add it to the list.
All right, back to you, Salemi.
All right, I'm going to take Misunderstood, and I'm going to take, if I understand this category correctly, The Book of Eli.
Interesting.
You're
Because
kidding me.
What's it?
it is misunderstood, in my opinion.
You're not taking it.
Wait. What's its
Yes.
score?
It's like 44%.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Wow,
I looked it up
okay.
because I was going to take it for my misunderstanding.
Is it really?
Are you seriously
I was
taking
just
it?
doing it for misunderstood because people don't understand the dang movie. But it really does have that bad of a Rotten Tomato.
It does.
You know that's part of the research, right?
I was just going with it's misunderstood because people do not understand. He's not blind. If you watch that movie and you think he's blind, you may not have watched the movie. You might be blind. He's
I
not
just don't
blind.
think
Never
you get
was.
it.
What are
I don't
you?
think you
Actually,
get it.
what are you actually taking?
willing to die on.
I don't think you get it.
What are you actually drafting?
He handed
here?
him a Bible with Braille. Of course he's
Well,
blind.
what will make you angry?
I just don't want you to draft the Book of Eli. I mean, if this is my comeuppance for Outlaw Josie Wells, so be it. I get it. But because I know you don't like that movie.
No, I do like the movie. I really do like the Book
but
of
the
Eli.
perception has soured it for you, no?
No, it drives me nuts that people honestly think he's blind in that movie because there's no way you can watch that
Well,
movie.
he was
and think
given
he's
a book of
blind.
Braille. Of course he's
So
blind.
what?
You guys don't know
Only
this.
blind people can read Braille.
On hold on Threads, I asked the writer of the movie,
Yes.
Yes.
No, I've heard you say that. Yeah.
I know what you told me.
and he said he's blind.
So
Okay.
what? J.K. Rowling said the freaking Gandalf's gay. That's not true. Just
I don't
because
think
she
she
said
said
it
about Gandalf.
Not in your
is
world.
gay.
Why was J.K. Rowling talking about Lord of the Rings?
She had a lot of opinions.
Dumbledore. She said Dumbledore is gay.
Every wizard is gay.
Okay.
Well, you've just burned your wizard credibility, though, sir.
Yeah, J.K. Rowling, Harry Potter, Gandalf slutted it up.
Yeah, we're gonna need your warlock
Okay.
card back.
First, I am not a wizard.
Different kinds of sticks.
All right. As someone who grew up reading those books, right? The Harry Potter books, you read them.
Yeah,
And when you read the books, did you ever say to yourself, my God, Dumbledore's gay?
I thought it was very apparent after the first book that he was gay.
Seriously.
Yeah,
I thought he was asexual. Like,
at
not,
the very least, he was not a straight man.
Based on what?
I didn't have any
Did
thoughts
he,
about
Did
it.
he kiss someone? Did he
Never
profess
met-
his love?
It's that really. It's the absence of mentioning anything to do with his romantic
He's an elderly man.
But he
And
never,
talking
it's
about
not
your
like-
romantic life
There's
with
never
what?
like a
He's
dead
a
wife
teacher in a
mentioned
school.
or like him loving other people.
Okay, I don't care what that. We're going to steer this back to the Book of Eli, and I apologize, but I don't. No, I'm not taking that movie. But I'm telling you right now,
You
when
can take it.
No, I'm not. But when you take it, we're coming back to this. 'Cause I don't care what that dude says.
Why even
he shot
hand
the
him
movie?
a Braille book? Why even make
That's
it a Braille
the
book?
irony of it all.
The irony.
The guy, you understand?
It could have been any book.
No,
He's like, oh yeah, I can read that
no.
book.
The Bible, religion is a blind faith. True or false? You have faith is
True or
blind.
false?
Well, isn't that what faith
Your
is?
system of beliefs.
It's
super rational. I
religion-
learned that in your class.
Religion is
but it all
a blind
happened.
faith.
It wouldn't be in a book if it didn't happen.
He doesn't have the faith to begin with. He wants to use the word of God for himself, for his own power. That's the irony, is when he gets the Bible, it's in Braille. He can't read it. The idea that, I know you were kidding around when you said that, but that's why people pin all this is, oh, well, it's in Braille, so he had to be blind. Yeah, because no one else has ever learned how to read Braille but blind people. That's dumb. It's a play on the whole religion and faith that he can't read it. He finally has the book he's always wanted, and yet it's useless to him.
The movie told you.
But watch the movie. Tell me how.
I have seen the
Okay,
movie.
so then explain this to me.
Do
When
we have
he
to come back to this, or are we just doing this now?
Can we circle back to what's your actual pick here?
I'm taking the town where everybody can see. My God.
I don't think that movie's set in Boston.
guys.
They shot that in Atlanta.
I'm taking the town as my Oscar.
Just go ahead and
I'm
erase
so
all
sorry.
these marks on Book of Eli.
I'm so
That's fine.
sorry.
Just copy and paste this later on when you pick the Book of Eli.
Oh,
I'll keep my powder dry till we get there.
Oh, it's
Hey,
way
the
too
town-
late for that.
the
We just
town-
spent 5 minutes on it.
The town's very good, though.
Ben Affleck.
All right,
like it.
Littell.
The town's very good, though.
Who's the actor who plays opposite Ben Affleck, his buddy in the gang?
Jeremy Renner.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's
Gem.
really good in that. I do like that.
Okay.
It's a very rewatchable
Pete
movie.
Postlethwaite is Fergie, the florist.
Yeah.
Tell him about his
Delicious.
mom.
Mm-hmm.
Brutal.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take my Oscar pick and go ahead and pick Inception.
Everyone can see in that movie too, even in the dreams.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
This blind update brought to you by Nick Sullivan.
Yeah, fun movie. Blew my mind the first time I saw it in high school.
I'm going to go out on a limb and say Christopher Nolan's worst movie.
Oh, not even close.
Did he do Tenet?
He
Yep.
did.
Yeah, I don't
I think Inception's better than Tenet.
easily.
Inception is easier to, not easier, but at least I like Tenet. But
I think the
It's
premise of
hard to
Inception is
figure it
cooler
out.
and simpler. Like you just keep going deeper.
yeah,
But it's fun.
that's all you got.
That's all I
It's
got.
fun.
It's a fun movie. I
It's
love
a-
the soundtrack. The Hans Zimmer score is great. I listened to Time quite a bit from that. Yeah.
Okay, this sucks.
You better just do it.
Okay,
All right.
I'll just do it.
Yeah,
For
that's a good movie too.
For Blockbuster, I'm going to take Harry Potter, Deathly Hallows Part 1.
I didn't see that coming.
Neither did I, but True Grit's gone.
Here we
Other
are.
Guys is gone. And this is not a great year for me. I've got some.
Sorry,
It's
Cash.
it's pretty top heavy. No, it's how it goes, man. Yeah, I mean, we've talked about Harry Potter a lot too, from the franchise draft and whatnot. But really good. It's the completion of, like, from part 1 to part 2 was this, culmination from childhood for me. Reading the Harry Potter books starting in the late 90s and all the way up through a full decade of books and movies coming out concurrently. That it was built up, and so rare do things deliver, and it delivered.
Is this part one of the two part, or is this
Part 1.
Okay, yeah,
Part 2
Really
is
sad ending.
more watchable because it's the actual conclusion.
right.
But there's a lot of great stuff that happens in part 1.
Part one's I
yeah.
thought it was really good.
Yeah.
Actually, so when this came out, I was not a fan because I did not like how it ended.
The ending
But I like-
is
yeah.
crushing.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's-
Does that happen in the book?
The cliffhanger ending?
Yeah, with Dobby being dead. And
well,
it's
no,
like,
in the
well,
book
now
you
what?
can just keep reading.
Right. Yeah.
Right.
I don't know if you knew that about books.
But did that happen in the book? I swear to God, this, folks who are tuning in, this is my farewell podcast. This is the last time I'm doing this.
favorite thing I've ever said.
Let's do 88, 89, and then you can retire.
Does Dobby die in the book?
He does, yeah.
So then
Yeah.
you knew that was coming.
It's way more brutal. They like
But
whip
I
the hell
think
out of
just
him.
the choice to like
Oh, in the book?
to
Yeah.
end it where you
It's like a
ended it.
10-minute like beating that you have to read every second of.
It's one of
crazy.
those moments, though, in the movie where when you rewatch it, you're like, he's going to get away this time. She's not
Yeah.
going to get him this time. And
And then
obviously
boom.
that's not what's going to happen. She's going to throw the dagger, and there it goes.
Yeah.
Shout out Warwick Davis is Grip Hook, the Goblin.
Yeah.
Yeah, but did a good job too.
Oh, yeah. Love him.
Yeah.
He's
All
dead
right.
now, right?
No, still alive.
Goblins live a
swear.
long time.
Could have swore he died.
Billy Barty is who you're thinking of. He's dead.
Yes, he is.
All right.
I don't think that's what I was thinking of, but I appreciate you throwing out another little person actor.
For look at you. You're using the right.
I know.
Yeah.
You thought I was
He's
going to
evolved.
say the wrong word. I did.
You thought I was going to say midget, didn't you? Not going to say midget anymore.
He's sticking up for all
Don't you know I would
kinds of
never
groups
say
today.
that word? I would never effing say that word.
Right, a real blind person would never read Braille. That's a little person.
Why did you not take the book of Eli?
Because I'm taking it right now.
Oh, okay. I was like, what am I waiting on here?
For misunderstood, underrated, greatest of all time, I'm taking Book of Eli for misunderstood.
Literally misunderstood.
You know,
we
I don't
haven't
think
talked
you can
about that movie much.
I
You
think
got
you can
anything to
see a
say?
little bit.
A little bit. Like Daredevil.
Yeah, I think the nuclear explosion covered his eyes a little bit, but he can't see, but he can.
Okay. I just want to point out two things
Okay,
that defy logic for a blind person.
let's go number one.
Number one, the initial bar scene when he comes into town, he confronts the bad guys who beat up, killed that guy, and raped that woman on the road. That he, from a distance, seem to be watching.
Right.
He can hear them.
Right.
That, okay, fine. Now he's in a bar,
Right.
and he says, I saw what you did. God saw what you did. What the hell is he talking about?
You can smell it.
Oh, my God. Please, please,
He
please.
can't let them know that he's blind.
Right.
How did
He's gotta pretend
how
like,
did he
"Oh, I see
even
you."
know they were it?
Because
How would he know?
They sound the same. Those are the guys.
They didn't speak. They were from a distance.
There's
He
like-
did not
there's
watch
like-
the scene. There's no talk.
There's like 30 people left in the world. Who's it going to be?
Oh, my God. You guys are really stretching this to
And
try
if you
to
look
prove
closely,
he's
that guy had a
blind.
patch of Braille on his jacket.
Yeah.
I think he brushed up against it.
Right, it says, I'm bad guy.
Right. He's like, oh,
Whenever
it's
he
you.
turns on his
Okay.
little lighter and he has to put his hand over it to make sure the flame is there. Why does he do that?
I think it's just habit.
Let's tell you.
Is that what he's
Just
doing
to
to see
feel
if the
something.
flame is
to
there?
make
Tell
sure
you
that the
feel
flame is
something.
there?
How do you know it's not just an idiosyncrasy that he has?
All right, it could be that.
Okay, well, what about when they're out in the middle of that house that's out in the middle of the desert, and the bad guys come rolling up, and he looks out the window? For what purpose?
You wanted some fresh air
Oh, my God.
He's listening.
out the window.
With his eyes.
So, I mean, you've got to stop asking Littell questions.
I know. I swear to God.
Let's tell you're up.
Okay,
I'm going to make your life so complicated this week as your neighbor. I hope you don't plan to teach. Because I don't. All I'm going to do is interrupt your class all week long.
And this is my gold heavy week.
Oh,
An SAT on Wednesday.
Yeah.
Hey. Okay, I'm gonna take my comedy. Go ahead, and take Scott Pilgrim versus the World now.
I hate you
before
forever.
before I lose that. Oh God, man, what not to say about this movie? The original
So
comics are good. The video games are good. The movie's good. As a speech piece, it's my favorite ever.
It's so good.
Just hilarious.
We got to get another kid to do that soon.
I know.
Or two.
Because I did it at Fisher's and theirs was really good, but I think
Yeah.
I could do it better. Because there's definitely some things. But yeah, I mean, one of my most quotable movies ever. God, one little scene that always kills me every time is when Knives comes to look for Scott in the morning, and he opens the door. It's like, is Scott here? He just left. It's so
Throws
stupid.
himself through the window.
Yeah,
It's
like
a real
rolling
hoop.
dive.
Yeah.
It's a real who's who, too. There's a ton of people. in that.
Everybody's
It's
in that
so
movie.
good.
But yeah,
I love the part with the maid. Like, and by the maid, I mean when Brandon Routh is talking about the maid.
Yeah,
Because she dusts.
Have,
You won't be
on
there.
Tuesday.
have you ever seen Scott Pilgrim?
Right?
Parts. I didn't like it.
Yeah.
Chicken isn't vegan.
And I've seen the beginning.
Oh, you don't
I've
like-
watched different scenes I didn't care for.
You don't like Michael Cera, though, right?
Milk and eggs.
He's all right, but I find him.
You don't like Michael Cera?
I'd like to punch him.
He's so hilarious.
It's why he doesn't like Superbad.
He does have a punchable face.
He's
but
the funniest part of that whole movie.
First off,
He's so naturally funny.
he's naturally punchable.
You're a bully.
I don't care.
Do you see yourself in him?
The
He's
reason
so
I don't.
McLovin.
I liked
God,
the
McLovin's
first
so good.
20 minutes or so of Superbad. And then they took what was a very realistic premise and funny premise of a movie and then just took it to such extremes that it's not even plausible that it lost any sort of humor to me.
Kind of like Saving Private Ryan, first 20 minutes.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
laugh a minute. But yeah, that movie was really good for the first 20 minutes, and then they
I think
decided
it's-
to do this spin on it, this turn that is completely ridiculous.
Oh, I think it's like perfect.
Let's
but-
save it for
No.
the 07 draft.
True.
So let me,
I'm out of that draft.
you're up.
Michael Cera. Hey, you know who will never be welcome onto this podcast? Michael Cera.
I disagree.
Vince Vaughn, if you're listening,
happily-
you can join anytime. I bet you Vince Vaughn would like to punch Michael
Have you
Cera.
ever seen This Is the End?
Yeah.
Wow.
You don't think the scenes with Michael Cera in that movie are hilarious?
I hope it ended.
He gets the crap smacked
Yeah,
out of
by
him.
Rihanna.
Yeah, I was hoping it was
That
going
was
to end.
that's a
when he
really
was
funny.
in it.
Right?
Well, no, we'll save it for the 2013 draft.
So I'm gonna go with Blockbuster because I'm running out of options, and I'm gonna take Despicable Me for my Blockbuster, a movie that I find extremely funny as well. Could have taken it for comedy.
We
And
will
I liked
steal
it.
the moon.
Yes,
We are going to steal.
and that little girl with "He's so fluffy." I love that.
And
Yeah.
he gave us the Minions.
Oh my God, the Minions are hilarious.
What would we
Jeez.
do without the
God,
Minions?
no kidding. That is truly great storytelling when they have minions interacting and you don't know what they're saying, but you still get what they're saying. and you get the whole scene, even though there's no intelligible words really being stated. Yeah, really good movie. Never thought that it was going to turn into a
franchise.
The whole
right.
series, yeah.
With 3 or
spin-offs
4
and everything.
Four?
Four,
Yeah, and
yeah.
there's the Minions spinoff. Yeah, I did not anticipate that at all. What you probably say the same thing when you watch Shrek. You didn't think, oh yeah,
Sure.
they're going to make 4 more of these.
And I mean, like showing Steve Carell's got some good voice acting chops. Like, did a really
Yeah.
good job as Groot, I think.
Yeah.
And it is a touching movie. There are
It's
scenes
sweet.
that are very touching,
Yep.
and they have such fun toys that they made.
Yeah.
Super bad toys, and
And it gave us
Stealing the
song
Pyramid.
"Happy" by Pharrell Williams.
oh yeah, yeah,
What would we do without that song?
be a little less happy.
Way less.
Yeah.
Arvin, we
Per
got 2
capita.
picks.
Way less. Okay. So let's see. I've got to pick How to Train Your Dragon here.
Damn it.
So, but where to put it? I think I'm going to put it as a comedy there. Yeah. I'll go with it as a comedy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just really love it, and it's one of the rare like live action movies that I'm looking forward to seeing. Like that trailer looks really good, and yeah,
This
like,
might be a hot take. I think it's DreamWorks' best series. I'd put it over Shrek even.
I would too. I read something on the blurb for The Wild Robot that was like it's Pixar or it's DreamWorks' best movie, and I was like, we'll see. Because yeah, I right now I would go with How to Train Your Dragon. I really like that. I think they did a great job. It's again,
Toothless
it's very
as a character is
Oh,
also
Toothless
so
is
great.
fantastic. Like so good, and everything they do, like and the dragons all just every kind of them look cool, but Toothless is fantastic. Like,
Oh, yeah.
just so cool. So
Luch and Enzio loved that movie.
yeah.
Bella loved that movie. The whole Toothless thing.
I imagine if you
She
were a
was-
kid right around that time, like
She was
awesome.
4 and she thought
Fantastic.
it was. I mean, she was enamored by it. I thought it was a great movie.
Oh, yeah.
I'm excited to see the live action.
same.
Yeah, and the cartoon series that it spawned was really good too.
I did not watch that. I think Enzio did, but I did not.
Solid.
What was the name of that one? Like Adventures in Burke
Yeah.
or something like that. Yeah, but yeah, I didn't see as much of that, but it was good. And Gerard Butler is as the dad.
Yeah.
Stoic. Ugh, he's awesome.
Stoic.
I'm glad he's gonna be the dad again.
Oh, is
in
he
the
doing
live
it?
action.
Oh, I didn't
yeah,
know that. That's
yeah,
awesome.
he's doing the live action too.
I think it's going to be good.
Yeah, it looks great. So
Who did the
I'm
boy?
excited about it.
The voice for the boy. Anyone recognizable? Or no?
Yes, it's is it Elijah Wood?
No, it's Jay
No.
Baruchel.
Is it?
yeah, that
Okay.
Yeah,
Who's that?
he was in.
He's more punchable than Michael Cera in mine.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's true.
okay.
That's true.
What have I seen him in that I want
she's
to punch
just
him?
not, or she's out of my league. He's the dork.
Gotcha.
I'm trying to
Okay.
think of what else he's been. Oh, Tropic Thunder. He's the geek with the
Yeah.
map.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think I ever placed that when I was watching it.
All right. Action, thriller, drama, misunderstood, wild card. What do you got next, Arvin?
Okay, so this is tough because usually I like to try to take my other categories first, but I have a movie that doesn't really fit anywhere else. So I'm going to go ahead and take it as my wild card and just do it now. And that would be Megamind.
Nice.
Because, man, like...
It was a good year for some animated films.
It
man.
really was,
Yeah.
right? And this is
Heavy
a movie
hitters.
that I thought was going to be just terrible because
Yeah.
it did not look good to me at all.
It's got that damn Will Ferrell.
It does. Yeah, right? Whom I love. And now I have 2 movies with him in it. So yeah, I was blown away. I was like, this is so good. And I still love it to this day. I don't think I've revisited it in a long time, but it's one of those where I think it's coming up soon for me because it's been
wouldn't-
too long.
If I had not had children, I would not have gone to it.
Right,
Because
sure.
it did not look good at all. Mm-hmm. And it was a surprise. And the trailer's not let out at all. Brad Pitt is the actor for, I forget what the other superhero is who goes away, fakes his death. Like that whole idea, that premise is just
Yeah.
hilarious. He faked his death, wanted to get away from it all. Like that's a great original idea for a superhero.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and to have the villain turn into the hero by
Right.
the end of the movie is like,
Yeah.
it's pretty dope.
Very good movie.
Salemi,
Agreed.
you're up.
I'm going to take drama, action, thriller. And part of me wants to say Let Me In, but we've talked about that numerous times, so I don't want to do that again. And this movie I don't think many people have seen. I'm going to take Harry Brown with Michael Caine.
Harry Brown.
Have you seen it?
Nope.
I remember seeing the trailer for
I
it.
saw
but
it in the
didn't see
theater, actually.
Did you?
Saw it with
Nice.
Ellington.
Okay.
I thought this was 09, but maybe it is 2010.
It's on your list.
That might be an oversight. Underrated movie.
Oh yeah, it's Charles Bronson-esque movie
Yeah,
set
like-
in Britain.
Man on his own.
Right.
On a mission.
My best friend's been beaten up and killed. The cops aren't doing anything. So, and he had some background working in the government to begin with, right? Michael Caine, like he has skills, if you will. But like anything, Michael Caine he's older and he is frail and he's doesn't pretend that he isn't, but he's going to take matters into his own hands because he doesn't like the way his housing complex is being taken over by these young thugs who are getting away with murder, literally getting away with murder.
I wonder if this has anything to do with Liam Neeson doing Taken, because imagine Michael Caine doing this kind of movie. He's always either been like the playboy or the aristocrat or whatever,
Right.
and now he's approaching grandfatherly roles in all the Nolan films.
Yeah.
But now I'm going to do this badass CIA, MI6 style character. Yeah, it was really good.
Well, as you know, because we've talked about this before, if nothing else, someone offered Michael Caine money to do a movie, and he said, "Well,
He's gonna
sure,
say,
you want to pay me?
Where do I sign?
Right, I will do any movie you want as long as you pay me." But it is really good. Yeah, you guys would like it, and it's very much
Harry
a
Brown.
Charles Bronson-esque storyline
Yeah.
in a good way. I don't mean that in a negative, because it can be taken as a negative as well.
All right, Littell,
What do I have left?
action thriller drama.
Don't even think about looking at my
He's
list.
gonna make your week miserable.
Right. You and I, we're at
Wild
war.
card.
We're at war, compadre.
He snatched that out of my head.
Take my list as it is.
He's had 3 toddlers and animals in his house forever. You're not going to get anything by him.
No.
Okay. I'm just gonna take my wild card now, and I'm gonna go ahead and take Tangled because I
You
love
guys are
that movie.
bucking all the trends, man.
Tangled?
Yeah, so
A
good.
lot of
The
it.
Disney movie,
Even
right?
more
Yeah.
animated.
Oh yeah,
Huh.
I
don't
think
think
it's
I noticed
one
it
of
was
the
on that list.
funniest Disney movies. That's not a Pixar movie. Period.
Is
Like-
it not Pixar?
No,
No,
it's
it's a
drawn.
Disney movie.
Oh.
Say it's Rapunzel.
I mean, it's drawn in some way. My fault.
Sure.
That's
I
what I meant.
never saw Tangled.
It's
Damn.
good.
dude, it's really good.
It's
mean, it's-
very funny.
It's 2010, so I was in college.
Fair. But dude, Max the horse in that movie is one of the funniest Disney side characters ever. Like his facial expressions that they put onto that horse, like he's such a character in that movie. Has no dialogue. Also,
The
Finn,
bar scene is hilarious.
Oh
the
my
song,
god,
and-
dude! Yeah. He's got a dream.
yeah.
Yeah,
It's very,
Is
very
Finn
funny.
Zachary Levi?
is it? I don't know.
I know Mandy Moore is the girl, Rapunzel, right?
Yeah,
Oh, I didn't know that.
Oh, well.
pretty sure.
I liked it. No, it's probably true. I didn't realize that.
It's also really beautifully animated. Looks really nice. Still.
Nice.
Yeah, Disney had a real good run. I feel like.
Oh yeah, the 2010s
kinda-
were really good.
Yeah, I
until
feel-
the late 2010s kind of fell out.
Yeah, I just recently, the last 7 or 8 years, it doesn't seem like, but it happens. The 80s was a down year for Disney.
Oh
By
yeah,
and large,
until the
until
90s
the end.
resurgence. It was
Yeah,
like-
that's why I feel like they keep doing all these live action, like Snow White's coming
Yeah.
out in a couple
Yeah.
weeks, which I am interested in seeing. It looks like it was done really well,
yeah,
but the
it's
story's
just
going to
like,
be the story.
Give me some original
Right,
animated
that's-
ideas. Like this was an original idea. Like yeah, it's Rapunzel, but it was the first time they did a real Rapunzel. 'Cause,
Right.
Like, the one time they tried was like, yeah.
Well, I mean, Disney can only do what is brought to them, and right now there seems to be not just Disney. I think there's a lack of creativity by and large by Hollywood. There's
Oh,
just
yeah.
not that many movies you watch where you like or want to see.
Yeah. We were
Everything's
talking about that the other day. Like,
Yeah.
let's go see some. Oh,
Yeah, what's out there?
And
There's
that's the other
not-
thing too. You used to be able to put out movies so quickly, and now it's you hear like, yeah, we just finished shooting Batman. It's going to come out July of 26. You're like,
What are we
what do you
waiting
mean
on?
it's coming?
what?
Yeah.
You mean I have to
Seriously?
wait another year and a half? Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
It's all some big marketing game plan that they have.
Yeah.
Otherwise, why wait? Why would you wait other than there's something else that you're doing in,
Well,
in an effort?
It's the time to do all of the VFX.
That's why I
Oh
think
the CGI.
Yeah.
it comes
Seriously?
down to
Forever.
yeah,
It takes
because there's
forever.
only so many people that can edit, let alone do it well.
Yeah.
And it's just
Well,
like-
and there's so many, there's just so many people in those positions, and
you got to do
it. Just
it's a,
bottlenecks everything.
it's a
and
project at a
drives
time.
the cost up.
Right, yeah.
and
You know?
everything else because now you're paying them overtime, and
Yep.
it's a lot. And those people are just so overworked too. Like,
I had no idea.
yeah,
All right.
it's crazy.
I am up. I've got 2 picks: action, thriller, drama, comedy, and wild card. For action, I'm going to take Iron Man 2. I think it's unfairly maligned.
you think so?
I get that it's very similar to the first one.
Because I want to malign it.
It's pretty.
I really enjoyed it. I thought Mickey Rourke was great
I
as
think
Vanko.
It's a cool villain. Yeah.
Sam Rockwell is the sleazebag. Love that.
Sam Rockwell's the best part of that.
Always like Sam
Easily.
Rockwell.
Easily.
And I remember.
And I really like Tony Stark, but I think Sam Rockwell's the best part of that movie.
dude,
I just
he's
thought
so
the
good.
plot was so boring.
Like, give me
man.
more Justin Hammer.
Yeah. Like the opening was sick, and then there's like an hour and a half where nothing happens.
See, I don't know that I agree with that.
That car gets cut.
True.
Well,
That's kind of cool.
that was the kind of cool thing too, because I remember the trailer was amazing.
Oh, the trailer's all time.
And all of it occurs within the first 15, 20 minutes of the movie. You're like, oh my God, what else is there?
Is that the Shoot to Kill trailer?
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
Yeah.
dude. Oh my god.
Yeah, I'm
Shoot to
I'm a big
Thrill,
fan.
right?
Shoot to
Shoot to
Thrill,
Thrill.
yeah.
Yeah.
Unleashing the armies, and I don't know. There's a reason I didn't take it first or second, but
It was.
I think this is a
there
great
are
place to
scenes
pick
I
it.
like, but I didn't like the movie. But there are scenes I like.
I think 1 and 3 are still way better than this one.
I like
No,
these sucks.
3. Jeez.
Are you serious?
For real,
Oh,
for
I
real.
love seeing him be smart in 3. That was one of my favorite parts.
Who is?
No, I hate when they do that. Shane Black, man.
Oh, it's a very Shane Black move.
Hey, let's take Iron Man out of his suit for 3 hours. Like, no, we want to see him be Iron Man at least a little more.
Does.
So-
he does become
I don't
Iron
think
Man.
he would-
I'm
It
gonna
was
remove
3
him
hours
and-
long.
or- it felt like it.
But
No,
it was.
it is not.
It does.
Let's spend time
it
with this little kid that's going to
feels
go
like a long
nowhere.
time.
who's
He
the
shows up at
villain
the
in
funeral.
3?
Yeah.
Guy Pearce.
Yeah.
Killian.
Killian, something like that.
Yeah, but who's the villain that they ruin in? 3?
Oh, yeah.
Mandarin?
The Mandarin.
Yeah. Oh,
I'll
yeah.
give you
Ben-
that.
Ben
that's
Kingsley.
that's one of the dumbest ideas I've ever seen someone do with a comic book.
I will give you that.
Oh,
Wait,
here's
wait.
a real villain, but now we're just going to pretend he was hired actor.
Do you
I
know about
laughed
the Mandarin
really hard
as
at
a
it, though.
comic like villain?
Now you know that I don't.
Okay.
So
But okay, my point.
But he's
my
like
point.
Iron Man's
Okay,
all-time
hang
nemesis.
on, hang
Right,
on.
okay.
I swear to God, I have a point for this.
other than
I-
calling me
I
stupid on the podcast.
No. Not even a little bit. My point was, I didn't think you did have any kind of relation to it, and yet you felt really strongly about they had ruined that twist. Like a lot of people that love the Mandarin as a villain because he's probably Iron Man's best villain.
Yes, I knew
Felt
that.
really strongly about it, but you seem to have the same reaction as like a comic nerd, which I found surprising.
Yes, and
That
I
was my
appre-
whole
And it's
point.
a little funny.
I appreciate that. Even though I know very
you're
little
dumb.
about, even though
I'd
I
like
know
to point out
very,
that was not me that said that.
very little about the comics, the comic world.
Right.
I have enough knowledge to know that was his nemesis.
Yeah.
Am I overstating that?
No, not
Okay.
at all. Not at all.
But in the movie,
Absolutely was.
oh no, it's just a drunken actor that we've paid
Right.
to pretend to be this person.
It's Ben
Like
Kingsley.
that's crazy. Why would you
Trevor.
do that? It's like having the Joker come on and saying, "Actually, I'm just a friend of Batman's, and he pays me to do this so he can look good." All right, neat. I think it was just dumb. That was just a
Cool.
dumb idea. I don't get that.
I can see how you got there.
But I still
can see
think
how
the
you got
movie's
there.
better than 2.
Huh?
I said I agree, but I still think that movie's better than Iron Man 2.
Oh, I thought you just said it was better than Iron Man. I was like,
No.
that's crazy.
Nah.
No, Iron Man's by far
Iron
the best
Man's
one.
easily the worst one. All right, I'm going to take my comedy, and I'm
Slim's head
going
exploded.
MacGruber. Easy
For a comedy or wild card?
comedy. I'm saying my
Comedy.
wild card.
You
okay.
stole that from me,
I
Cash.
love
You get your
MacGruber.
revenge. It's so fun.
I rewatched it recently.
It's
So
hilarious.
funny.
No one say
so
the bad guy's name.
Salemi hates it. and it's so funny.
It's so funny.
I was gonna take this for
Oh, it's
misunderstood.
ridiculous.
Actually,
This has really been
it
the most
would've been a good one for
adversarial
misunderstood.
episode for you
Yeah.
so far.
What's that?
This has been the most adversarial episode for you
Yeah,
so far.
Yeah.
We're just in a mood, I guess.
That's,
dude, when he
it's
starts
just not my kind of
neighing
movie.
like a donkey, bro, he's talking about having sex with that woman.
I'm gonna shoot.
So stupid. I love it so.
See, that's why it's so
blows-
stupid. I
when he
can't
Blows
do
up
that.
with a C4. Oh no, no.
Dude,
But
Will
the game has
Forte-
changed, but the players are the same. Oh, dude, it's so funny.
Because that was one of my favorite bits on SNL too, when that was still running. And then-
MacGruber.
to me, that's that might be the best SNL bit turned movie.
I love when you get serious
Well,
actors
in a world
to,
where Wayne's World doesn't exist. Yes.
Other than
Yeah.
Wayne's World.
I love when you get serious actors to commit. So like Powers Booth being the military guy that is like genuinely, this is very serious. Val Kilmer as the main
Yep.
bad.
Oh, Val's in it?
Yes.
He's
Yeah.
the main villain.
I haven't sat through
He's
enough of a
great
movie to
in
get
it,
to
too.
there.
He's
that movie.
amazing in it.
And Ryan Phillippe, who's like total straight man all the way through. And at the end, he's like, set to Jet MacGruber, and hands him the thing like it's backed into the SNL skit. Dude, I love it. It's
Yeah.
so good.
Have you guys seen the show?
Oh, no, I haven't seen it.
Oh,
There's a
it's good.
series?
Yeah,
Oh, I didn't know that.
It's on Peacock. It's
Oh.
it was one of the first things they did for Peacock, and they got everybody to come back.
Oh.
Right, like Maya,
It's pretty good.
Maya Rudolph's in it. They got Kristen Wiig to come back. Ryan Phillippe's in it. Like, yeah, it's pretty solid. It takes up right where you think it's going to from the movie, except for also not.
Thank
That's
you.
all I'm gonna say about it.
You
right.
told us a lot.
There's a no. I don't want to ruin it for you. You haven't seen it, and it's. I think part of that is getting the surprise of it. So,
All right, let's
but it's fun. It's worth watching.
Action, thriller, drama, misunderstood.
We're getting down to the wire, man.
We are.
I'm gonna take my drama. I'm gonna pick Black Swan. I like that
Yes.
movie a lot. Actually, the first time I watched this movie was for a film class in college. Made me appreciate it quite a bit more. It's a very dark, it's another Darren Aronofsky movie, and I love him as a director. He makes all of my favorite depressing, psychologically brutal things to watch,
Yeah, right.
a la Pi, Requiem for a Dream, The Whale, etc. I think Natalie Portman and Mila Kunis are so good in this movie. Like, they might be their best acting movies I've ever seen them in.
Definitely Mila. And Natalie, too. I mean, Natalie, I think, is just better across the board.
As an actress, yeah.
But in this character, like
Ugh.
the relationship between her and her mom.
Oh,
and, like,
yeah.
The mentality, the
And then all the
capacity of a little
dreams
girl.
she keeps having because of just the pressure
Yep.
of like 24/7, not knowing who you even are. You're just like so lost in this world, you've lost your identity almost.
And the end is just
Dude.
wrenching.
The cinematography for the end as well,
Yep.
like seeing the whole thing come together, and then ooh, have you seen the movie?
No, I have not.
The ending is so wild.
Okay, just so before I would do this, before I watch it, am I gonna watch it like I watched?
MacGruber?
No. The Michael Keaton movie I just recently watched, where when it ended, I was like, "Are you kidding me?"
Multiplicity?
No,
Birdman.
Birdman. Am I gonna watch this?
It's not like Birdman.
It's
a
not
lot
like
darker.
Birdman.
It's a thriller.
It's a lot darker.
I'm fine with that. I don't want it to end and think, "What the hell?"
No.
Nah, I don't think
Okay.
so.
I'm fine with suspending
I'm gonna
belief
disagree
if
with
there's
him.
something
you
to
might,
it.
because that's I watched it once and I was like, okay, that was a thing I saw, and
Okay.
that's the strongest feeling I have about it.
Yeah,
It's fine.
I've never, for whatever reason, felt compelled. I mean, I saw the trailer, watched the trailer. Obviously, I never felt compelled to see it.
I was
And I
drawn
know
to
it got
it.
a lot of great reviews.
It's damn good.
Okay.
I was
Really
drawn
good
to it
movie.
because of Aronofsky.
Yeah.
And I'll watch anything Natalie Portman's in.
Yeah,
I've been...
V for Vendetta.
that's why I watched it.
She's been number one, well, top of Mount Rushmore for me for a long time. And this is what her
She's
her
great.
lone Oscar win was
Yeah.
for this.
I did not recall that Mila Kunis was in it.
Yeah, she's the
Oh, yeah.
the rival.
Yeah.
There are a couple of scenes you might be a little uncomfortable with,
Yeah, actually.
Now that I think about it.
the dream sequences are
but it's really
Because
good.
you do know, Requiem for a Dream, I think, is just a dumb movie.
a dumb movie.
Dumb movie.
Save
you
it for the
serious?
2000 pod.
Oh my
Yeah.
god! How could you think that?
Given that, I don't know that you need to see this.
Okay.
No, you should watch it. It's good.
I'm going to
not
listen
as-
to the other adult in the room.
It's not as dark and twisted as Requiem
Hey.
for a Dream is.
Yeah.
But it is dark.
I mean,
All
I
right.
don't know that you'll regret your time or anything like that, but
It's
given
be- it's-
given that.
It's better than Birdman. I'll tell you that.
I
Okay.
like it more than Birdman.
Same.
All right.
Misunderstood in Wild Cards. Let me. You're up.
Misunderstood and Wild Card. Misunderstood, I'm going to take now. I'm going to take Repo Man. Because it was definitely destroyed on Rotten Tomatoes. Did I write it down? I think I wrote it down. 22%. 22% with Forrest Whitaker and Jude Law. 22%.
I've
never seen this
Is
movie.
this the sci-fi one?
This is, yeah,
The
they.
remake of the Schwarzenegger one?
No, this movie is so. This is a take on healthcare and medicine that you can't afford a
That's
kidney
what- yeah.
transplant.
Oh, you take
So
the organs back.
right, you
I
take
remember
loans
that
to get your kidney, and there's a huge interest rate you're constantly paying, and if you don't pay up, if you miss a payment, they come back and repo.
Do you know why
your
it
body
got
part?
the poor marks?
No, I didn't bother to read it. To be honest, I thought
It's
first
an
of all,
interesting
Jude
premise.
Law and Forrest Whitaker are really good, and there might be people who, when they watch the movie, the way it is spun out. I'm just going to leave it at that since you guys haven't seen it. They may not have liked the premise because when it's all spun out, if you don't like what they did, I can see it.
See, I think that's an interesting concept.
There's a premise to the movie that, at least to me, I didn't see it. So when they reveal, so to speak, if you don't like that, then I guess you could see. But 22%, I was shocked. Jude Law is good. Forrest Whitaker is good. Like, these are two really good actors. The premise of the movie, and they're funny. They work together. They're not competing with one another. Neither one of them have any concern whatsoever for the people that they're taking the body parts from, until one of them does.
Bum bum bum.
Right. So I liked it,
I'm gonna
and
check
it
it out.
is an interesting premise. You can't afford the medical care, so you can get your loan, and depending on how much you're willing to pay, you get better body parts. So like. You might only be able to afford the liver of someone who drank a lot. But you need a liver, so this is one you get. That sort of thing.
That's from an episode of House. He's like, fat sloppy heart beats no heart at all.
Yes, it
Let's do
does.
it. Arvin, you got your last two: action, thriller, drama, and misunderstood.
We
I
made
missed
it.
one of
We
his.
made it.
I
missed
got
one?
True Grit, other guys, Megamind. What did I miss of his?
How to Train Your Dragon.
Oh, my bad.
Yeah.
For comedy.
Took that for comedy. Yep.
Gotcha. Sorry.
Yep. So let's see here. Doesn't really matter what order I take these guys in. So for action, drama, thriller, I'm gonna take Predators.
No,
Yeah.
you made my choice a little easier, but I like that movie a lot. Talk
Okay.
about it.
Good. So Predators. I thought this was actually like. There's some people that don't like this at all.
It's
and
so underrated.
I think it is, right? I mean, it doesn't have like quite a low enough score to be misunderstood, but I
Yeah.
feel like it is misunderstood because like they take the formula of Predator and just kind of flip it on its ear, and like now they're just kidnapping people and taking them to this whole other planet and then hunting them there, like because you've got the fish out of water. And I love the structure of it. Like I did not see who's the main character. What's his name?
Adrian Brody.
Yes, I did not see him as
No.
like an action
action
star
lead,
at
yeah.
all, and like him with that like automatic shotgun that he
Again,
has is
he
like
sees
Did
it,
you
he needs to
not
do it.
seen
It
King
works.
Kong? He's an action hero in King Kong.
The pianist?
yes,
A lot of action.
is. I mean, kind of, sort of, but. So I
Topher
was blown
Grace
by
is in it
that.
too,
Topher
right?
Grace, like,
Yeah.
as like
The spin?
where it feels like for a while you're like, oh, he's just there to be like the medic of the group,
Right.
and it turns out he's not.
Well,
he's
it's-
not at all.
It's kind of a murderer's row of character actors too, because you got
Yeah.
Walton Goggins before he blew up.
Oh.
You got Mahershala Ali before he blew up. You
Yep.
got Danny,
Yeah.
your boy Danny Trejo.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well,
It's
And
really
It's
good.
a great group, and it really like it does a good job. I think it actually is a better group than the original Predator movie. Like, where you're like
Oh, are you
Yes,
sure,
sir.
dude?
100% sure.
That OG group is so
They're
good.
good, but they're all the
as
same.
a group though. Like,
They're all the same.
tell me three of their names outside of Dutch.
Oh, like the
Tell me three of their
character
names. Yes.
Oh, okay. Come on now. That's not fair.
Right? I mean, that's the thing, though.
That's
like,
not
I mean,
why they're there.
Because you're like, oh, it's Bill Duke and Jesse Ventura, and I
Carl
can't tell you
Weathers.
anything about any of their names, right? Like Carl Weathers is great. Like it's a good group,
It's a good thing
but
to
I
say
feel like
Carl
they stand out a lot
Weathers,
better. That's
'cause
my
I was
argument.
thinking of Paul
I don't know.
Creed.
That's a fair point.
I just and like yeah, it is quite a bit.
What would have been more offensive if you said Apollo Creed or Carl Winslow?
Oh man,
I was
Carl
gonna say
I'm
Apollo
gonna go
Creed.
with Carl Winslow.
That's pretty bad.
Absolutely. That
You
was-
said it flipped it on. Unless I'm mistaken, it's been a while since I saw. But aren't all the people who were kidnapped predators themselves?
Yes.
Yeah, that's
Yeah, okay.
It's their
and
punishment,
that's
really.
the title, right? Like you
Right.
think it's gonna be like
multiple predators.
it's
Right.
because there's multiple predators, but it's not. It's because the people they picked are predators.
Yeah.
And so I just really liked that. And you didn't have the like, hey, we're gonna tie Arnold Schwarzenegger into it or any of that
No,
stuff like
yeah.
the Predator. And it just it has less baggage, I think, overall than that film does.
Looking back on it, I feel like I should have figured it out sooner. But the reveal, you're like, it got me good.
Yeah.
It
Oh,
got
yeah.
me.
So good.
I
feel like-
had no idea.
I feel like it's Predator, Prey, and Predators. Like those three are just like
Prey's really good.
I loved
that's
Prey.
great.
I was
Like,
really
I just-
expecting it to not be good.
Right,
But
and
it
it,
was
it comes
really
out of
good, too.
nowhere too. And I like those are my three for that, and like ignore everything Alien versus Predator and the Predator, another Shane Black movie,
Oh,
etc., etc.
I watched it for Olivia Munn.
Did you?
I did.
Yeah,
Which one?
the Predator.
2018.
Yeah.
It's,
Oh, I don't-
her
I
and
didn't.
You can
Gar-
skip it.
Garrett.
Okay.
No, Boyd Holbrook from Narcos.
Yeah,
I mean,
Oh, yeah, that
I
movie was
did
terrible.
not see
Pretty
it.
yeah.
bad.
I
It was
forgot
not
that
good.
came out.
I
Until
literally
you just
I watched
reminded
it
me.
one time. I don't know if I own it.
I would.
And that's a mark of how bad it is to me because I own everything
You're a
else in the
completist.
Predators. Yeah, I am.
Misunderstood.
I just bought Fallen Kingdom for Jurassic World.
Yikes.
So misunderstood. So Liam Neeson has himself a career resurgence going on in 2010, and he decides to build a group of misfits
oh boy.
and misunderstood outlaws, and they're known as
No way you're picking this.
the A-Team.
No way you're taking that from me. Oh, no.
Hell
No
yeah,
way.
I'm taking it. A-Team.
I thought I had that locked in.
48% on Rotten Tomatoes,
Oh,
66%
God. I gotta do
audience
research
score,
fast.
That sounds
and
so
that
low.
is misunderstood.
It is absolutely
That's
misunderstood.
low.
Did
You
you
get
see
Charlton Copley.
Dude, that movie is
did you not see it?
it? No.
Oh my
Dude.
God.
I lived through the series. No way am I
Sure.
watching the movie.
Okay,
100%.
do not watch this movie thinking it'll be anything like the series. Cause
No, it's definitely not. It's not at all the same, and it is definitely
Because
one
you
of those
hated
like,
the TV show, or you think it's so sacrilegious to remake the show?
I was annoyed by the television show.
Okay.
Oh,
Greatly.
okay.
Like I was all right with it for a bit, and then it became apparent after a couple episodes. It stopped. Like it's just a comedy, really.
Yes, it is. And this movie is the most over-the-top action comedy I think.
The
I've
only
ever
thing
seen.
Yeah,
that is the same are the names.
Yeah,
Yep.
literally.
BA.
They try to fly a tank.
That's
in this
that's one of them.
movie.
Good job.
Yeah.
Yep,
And one of the
100% they do.
funniest scenes in any movie I've
100%
ever
They try to
seen.
fly a tank. Is that what
Literally,
you said?
yes.
Okay.
You get Bradley Cooper,
Hilarious.
you get Liam Neeson. I mean, like the A-Team themselves is all fantastic.
How
It's
do you
another
lose a
ensemble
tank?
movie. Like, oh my god, it's so off the wall
It really is. It's crazy.
that it comes out of nowhere to really be like surprising. And yeah, I legitimately when I looked up the Rotten Tomato score, I was like, I can't believe it's that low.
Wow.
But okay, I'll take it. Great.
Yeah.
Well, maybe I will. I don't know.
It's if you're in the
Jeez.
market for like
Just
a fun movie.
Turn your brain off for 2 hours.
and you're like,
I'm all right with
it
that,
was
but I
deep in the
just-
middle of Liam Neeson action star time.
Right, which to be honest with you, I find that a little annoying. Too.
Oh, it's that came out of nowhere
Yeah.
too. Honestly, like you get taken, and then it was like, oh, we can get him for like all these things, and they did.
I'm waiting for the next one. There was Liam Neeson, then it was Matthew McConaughey. Recently, it was Brendan Fraser had a renaissance.
Mm-hmm.
I'm kind of waiting to see what the next. Maybe that could be on the next pod. We can take
I feel
our
like
guess.
Michael Keaton's kind of having one right now.
Yeah, I would
Yes,
say,
you know?
yeah.
Absolutely.
yeah. So
His and
Ever
Fraser's
since-
kind of.
yeah, they're
Concurrent.
overlapping.
Ever
What's
since
he
he was
been
in
doing?
Spider-Man,
For sure.
The first Spider-Man movie with Tom Holland.
Oh,
The Vulture.
It's Vulture.
yeah, Vulture.
Right.
Yeah.
I keep waiting for that to come back. Like him to
Yeah,
play
he
a
was
bigger
part of
scene.
he was part of like a deleted scene in something, and then did
Yeah.
he show up in Morbius or something? I haven't seen it.
I don't know.
I didn't see more.
Well, he did. Didn't
I think
he show up
shows
in
briefly in one of the Sony movies that's not Spider-Man. He showed up in that.
Didn't he
as,
show
like-
up in the one where all three Spider-Mans are together?
No,
Or am I wrong on that? No, he didn't.
No.
Okay.
and he's not in.
Alfred Molina.
He's
did
not in
that.
Venom.
No,
No, he's not.
I think it's. I want to say it's Morbius, but I could be
Probably.
wrong.
So Lemmy, last pick, wild card.
All right. So I was thinking of taking Shutter Island because I do like that movie, and it's wild card. I can take whatever the hell I want. But I decided
You sound like we're gonna fight you.
I love Shutter.
He's
I
had a
love
rough
Shutter
day.
It has been contentious, I will say.
I think it's a great
I
movie.
feel a little bruised and battered today, to be quite honest with you.
Yeah.
Instead, I'm going to take a movie that I don't think a lot of people have saw, that I think is good, and it's got one of my favorite actors in it, The Crazies with Timothy Oliphant.
Ooh,
Oh, nice. Yeah.
not the
So
fighter.
you guys have seen The Crazies. I like The Fighter a lot too, but I wanted to pick something that maybe people haven't seen.
I remember the trailer for it. I haven't
Always
actually
thinking
seen
about
the
the
movie.
audience.
Are we gonna pick
Oh.
2 Mark Wahlberg movies in the same year?
Ooh, good point.
It's a little much.
Yeah, that yeah.
Did you know
He's
about
so
Mark Wahlberg back in the
You give it a day, you replay that, and it'll be brand new to me again. So you haven't seen The Crazies?
I've not seen it.
Have you seen The Crazies,
bits and pieces?
Littell?
Never.
And that's why I'm picking it. It's a pretty fun movie.
I love the cover. That's what made me interested. I'm not,
Oh.
I'm not big into like horror stuff,
Right.
but it's my guy. I'm gonna see all of it and anything.
Sure.
And it's the government cover up. There's something that's been released and it's making people go crazy, zombie almost like, but not zombies. Like they can be killed with a shot to your heart, for example. Doesn't have to be a shot to the head. But yeah, it's a good movie. I liked it. It's fun. There's nothing. They don't do anything new to the genre of those kind of films where the government has accidentally released some sort of gas that is that is making these people go crazy and committing these acts of violence. There's nothing new to what they're doing. It's just fun.
Yeah.
Timothy Oliphant, for the most part, I can watch him in just about anything. Kind of like Adrian Brody. There aren't many movies where certain actors, Oliphant and Brody being one of them, that I can think of. There aren't movies I just sit and watch because they're in it and they're pretty good, entertaining.
Littell,
Dude, I have nothing.
Misunderstood.
I have nothing to pick. He took A-Team from me.
do you
my
want?
list?
You can draft grown-ups.
Too bad.
You got
I don't
Due
like
Date,
grown-ups.
The Losers. Did you like that one? It's got Chris Evans.
Date Night,
God, those are all.
There's
Due
you can
Date's
take
good.
Avatar: The Last Airbender.
The Runaways.
I put that one on there as a joke.
Did you see The Runaways?
I thought you liked
No.
Avatar.
You love Avatar.
Last
Shut
Airbender, right?
Shut
Yeah,
up.
The
It's
Last
so
Airbender.
bad.
You did the
Come on.
podcast.
It's
Do
so
it for Aang.
bad.
Wait a minute. You do like Avatar, though,
Get
don't you?
Appa.
Yeah, the
Was there an
animated
Appa in this movie? I don't
series.
remember.
Oh, you didn't like the live action? Sorry.
Is an abysmal movie.
And that's why it's
I
on my list.
apologize.
Hold on, okay, I think I have a pick. Hold on.
But you could argue it's misunderstood. It only had 5%.
That might be the first time I've ever picked a movie that no one else has seen.
Yeah.
It may be, yeah.
Except
I'd
for
rather die than
what's the
defend that
one we
movie.
keep mentioning? Billy Bob.
I know.
Christmas.
That's why I put it on my list.
Oh, man, that's good, too.
I was like, if you steal enough from me, I'm going to pick that movie and make you talk about it for at least a minute.
Ice Harvest, I think.
That's it,
Ice
Ice
Harvest. Dude.
Guys. All right.
Now I wish I. Now I really.
What-
wish
I'm
I
just going to pick Dinner for Schmucks.
Night
Oh,
and
you're
Day.
picking
No.
Misunderstood.
Yeah, I'm going to pick Dinner for
movie
Schmucks.
sucks.
Yeah. There's some good scenes.
Grown Ups is better than Dinner for Schmucks.
What's Grown Ups does not have a rotten score, does it?
I thought it did.
No way. Hold on.
No way.
I just assumed an Adam
It's an
Sandler
Adam
movie.
Sandler movie.
had
But
Come
it's
on.
like people love that movie, Grown Ups.
People did love that movie, which was
And I don't get it either. Because, like, yeah, it's fun seeing them all together, but it's not that good of a movie.
And
oh,
Kevin James is in
so
it.
check this out. Okay, so I'm going to switch to Grown Ups.
Holy
But-
crow.
No,
Listen to
you
this.
already picked.
No, too
It's
bad.
too late.
That's
Listen-
crazy.
Dude, you made your
Dude,
move.
You're not
Wait,
listening.
wait. Slimmy,
For someone who plays
you talked
chess.
about the Book of Eli, which you
For
did
like
not
5 minutes, and they did not pick.
solid minutes.
But he didn't
Let him
qualify for
change his
Misunderstood.
pick.
That was the joke. He didn't qualify for Misunderstood. The ratings were too high.
Did it? Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
Okay.
it's way too high.
Okay, well, there you go. Well, Grown Ups isn't, so talk about that.
Yeah, so Grown Ups, audience score, 62%. Critic score,
10.
10. 10 total percentage
I
points.
believe it.
Yeah.
I'll take that one.
There you go.
What's it about?
Excuse me. Grown-ups.
Doing what?
Their friend dies. And
There's
then
a
they all
water
get
slide, I
back
think.
together.
Their basketball
weekend.
coach when they were
Yeah,
when they
their
played as
basketball
kids.
This is Adam
Which-
Sandler.
is that
That
Henry
funeral
Winkler.
scene
Kevin
is actually
James.
pretty funny.
Yeah, Kevin James, Rob Schneider,
yeah,
Chris Rock,
I remember it now.
David
Rob
Spade.
Schneider.
They've
And they,
done
and they
a-
just make fun of Schneider the entire time.
Didn't they do a part 2?
Yeah.
Yes.
Which
Oh, yeah.
is
They're probably going to do a part
this will
3.
sound weird.
I think part 2 is better than the first
The
one.
second one is unwatchable.
You think so?
I couldn't get through it.
Oh, I think it's better
that
than the first
horrible.
one. I think the
The
first
first one
one's
is dumb,
worse.
but I enjoyed it because it's very nostalgic. I mean, it's all the bad boys of SNL, plus Salma Hayek, plus Maya Rudolph.
Oh, let's see what the...
Is grown
I mean,
ups
they're about the
one or
same.
two? Is there a scene where like one of the grown ups takes out the babysitter or something like that? And no, talking about a different. Sorry,
It's a different movie.
Yeah.
Thinking, Vin Diesel's the pacifier.
no, definitely not thinking of that.
Are you sure?
I'm positive.
I'm going to be honest with you. I never think of that.
Yeah, the only Vin Diesel movie I can think of that I've seen is
Triple X?
Riddick.
That's not true.
You've
Guardians
seen
of the
Pitch Black,
Galaxy.
Pitch Black, Riddick. That. Well,
Guardians of the
Boiler Room?
Galaxy.
Pitch Black is so good.
yeah,
Pitch Black
he's in
is
Boiler
dope.
Room. Okay, I apologize. He
He's
was in
Groot. You haven't seen Groot?
that. Okay.
He has
Yeah,
the most
'cause
presence
boy,
out of
I don't know that
anybody.
anybody would call that a Vin Diesel movie.
All I'm
Right.
hearing is you've seen way more than one Vin Diesel movie.
I've seen the Riddick movies.
Oh, they're so good.
For
I
sure.
I love the Riddick universe so much.
It's so good.
The games are also really
Pitch
good.
Black is just... ugh.
Pitch Black is good. All right, last
a
one,
classic.
right? Last
Last
pick.
one.
This is
Kashner, wild card.
Don't mess it up.
Now
I
you can't
could
have
take Hot
grown-ups.
Tub Time Machine,
Good. It's
but
right
I'm not
there.
going to do it. I'm
in your
going to take.
fingertips.
Not
This
gonna
was
do
on
it.
my Oscar list. I'm going to go Winter's Bone.
Nice. Yeah. I can't believe nobody picked The King's Speech.
Yeah, or Shutter Island. I was kind of surprised.
Yeah.
I mean,
I-
do you think Shutter's Island? I think
love
King's
Shutter
Speech is
Island.
really good.
I think both of them are really
Right.
good. Yeah.
Shutter Island was ruined for me,
Shutter Island.
so
Like, you didn't get to experience the twist.
at all.
Because
That
that's...
sucks.
Yeah,
Well, then, yeah, the movie's completely different.
Yeah.
It's not good.
not
mean,
knowing
not
that the
as
entire
good.
time, it just was
Right.
so deflating.
You're waiting for the reveal, and
Yeah.
that's no good.
It's
Yeah.
so fun to watch it on the second time through knowing that because
Yeah.
you pick up on so many things.
How
That
did it
sucks,
get
dude.
ruined? Someone told you, obviously?
Somebody was talking about it. Yeah,
That sucks.
yeah. What was
Yeah,
it?
that'd be like
and
watching
King's
The
Speech.
Sixth
I thought
Sense
was
and knowing.
King's Speech was okay. It's like, okay, this is a well-made movie, but I'm not
Say
gonna.
it's really well
I'm not gonna
acted.
watch it again.
Yeah, I kind of feel the same way. The acting is really.
I really
good.
like Helena Bonham Carter in it. I thought she was really good as the wife.
Yeah.
Nah.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say I would never watch it again. I wouldn't seek it out.
I
But if
don't-
it was
yeah.
on, I would sit.
I'd
and
probably
watch.
do crossword instead.
Dude, the acting is really good in that movie though.
Yeah,
Like,
it
everyone
is.
does a really good job.
Did he win the
Yeah.
Oscar for that?
Yes,
Best
he did.
actor?
I think he did. Yeah.
That was Best Picture this year, wasn't it?
Yeah.
What's his name?
Colin Firth.
Yeah.
Dude, Colin
No,
Firth.
I'm sorry. I was thinking the speech pathologist who helped him.
Oh,
He was really good too.
Oh my!
Jeffrey Rush.
Yeah, I love. Jeffrey
That's true.
Rush.
He
I think
is good in
great.
that.
I thought he won Best Actor. It was Colin Firth.
I think
who won?
he.
was
I think he won Best
supporting.
Supporting Actor.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like Jeffrey Rush a lot.
He was great in that too. Yeah.
Really good actor.
But yeah.
So,
and we
what
just
did you
didn't
pick
like it enough to
again?
pick it.
Winter's Bone.
When I don't.
What's
I
that
honestly
movie
haven't
about?
seen it. It's with Jennifer Lawrence.
It's set near the Ozarks, like Arkansas area. Very, very, very poor and rural. It's Jennifer Lawrence has a younger sister, and she kind of has to take care of her because their mom and dad are either dead or druggy, meth, heroin, or whatever.
They're absentee.
Absentee. John Hawkes plays, I think, their uncle, and he's like a slimy guy. He's one of those actors when you see him, you're like, oh, this guy, he's really good in everything he's in. It's one of those. I'm trying to think of another way to put this. It reminds me of Spotlight,
Oh,
and it kind of reminds
Okay.
me of Good Will Hunting in that there are scenes where it does not feel like you're watching a movie. It feels so real the way they're acting.
Okay.
It's like they just put a camera on and people were doing.
Okay.
It's that good.
Documentary esque.
Kind of.
Okay.
I highly recommend it.
Winter's Bone.
It's dreary but not depressing, I don't think. And again, Jennifer Lawrence, I think, is just tremendous. I think she's obviously very, very funny, but this was one of her first big dramatic roles, and she crushed it.
Does she make
Is this
Mount Rushmore
pre?
as well?
Yeah. We might as well call it Mount Lawrence.
Is this
Built on top of
pre?
her.
Hunger Games?
Yeah.
First one was
Or-
2012,
Yeah.
and this is 2010.
Just before.
Okay. So this is I mean, Hunger Games is when I learned of her. Did she have a lot of roles before Hunger Games? I just don't remember.
She
this.
played the daughter on the Bill Engvall show,
Didn't see it.
and she was in The Burning Plane with Charlize Theron and somebody else.
Didn't see that.
And then there was this, and then 2012 was the big. She's Katniss Everdeen.
Okay. What's the recent comedy she was in within the last couple of years? It's supposed to be
No Hard
funny.
Feelings.
No Hard
I
Feelings.
like that movie
That
a
one's
lot.
So
funny.
funny.
That is
So
okay.
And it,
I
like,
never
not
got
a
to
lot
it.
of people went and saw it. I thought it was so funny.
People
the
don't
whole
go to the
time.
theater. Period. anymore.
Linda.
Well, true.
Hated
So-
it. Really?
Yeah,
she
I
did not
think
it's
care
so
for it.
funny.
I was like, well, maybe it's more for the male gaze, but I thought
it was
she
really
was
sweet,
hilarious.
though, like-
I think it is too.
I'm
The
straight. and I
trailer
liked
makes it. The trailer makes it look really funny.
Oh, the male,
Male
gaze.
gaze. That's
Sorry.
awesome.
Oh, I just got that.
That joke was so much better than Littell's joke.
What was my joke again?
Oh
No.
my! No, we're not.
No.
We're not ever gonna repeat that one again. But yeah,
Go home and rest up. It's going to be a long week for you, boy.
It is hot in
Yeah.
this room.
It's so hot.
I'm sweating.
The back of my
clothes.
knee is sweating.
Oh,
All
same.
right.
You don't have a key to get in my room, do you? But I have one
Was that
for
a threat?
yours. No, I wanted to make sure before I start this.
Oh, the war? Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Don't help him, Arvin. Don't give him a key, please.
Okay.
Thank you.
You should look to
To
your
what?
like
Can I?
your classroom neighbor. Might want to
Baldwin?
warn her
Oh, you
first before Arvin. She will sell you down the river, brother.
That's fine. Go ahead. Depend on the person who's here 50% of the time. Like,
Can I be there when you ask her to get here early to let you in?
or to stay
Oh,
late.
I would actually like to see that conversation too.
All right. Good job, boys.
I appreciate it.
Tickets
Good
that's out.
time. Enjoy
Love
your
you.
Saturday.